Hello, I'm Ernie Zore.
And I'm Larry Housel.
And in this video, we're going to walk you through the 2025 version of the U.S. gift tax program from Puritas Springs Software. This program prepares the IRS Form 709, which is the United States gift and generation skipping transfer tax return.
Now we should move on to the last of the three categories, which would be an indirect skip. And this is a gift that is made to a trust rather than a skip person. And said skip person has an interest in that trust.
That's the distinguishing part there, is that the skip person has an interest in the trust.
And that can trigger the GST, the generation skipping transfer. Because there might be a later distribution, or the trust might terminate at some point.
Okay, I will go there. It's just, again, these were all one page a while back. Here it is, indirect skips, donor. And yeah, you know, now that I'm on that page, I wanted to mention the fact that if there is something that's classified as an indirect skip, you also want to know about crummy.
Oh, it was under spouse.
Crummy clauses.
Oh, I was hoping you would bring up crummy clause, because I didn't want it to be associated with me.
Do you want me to put it? Do you want me to put it under spouse?
Yeah, I think that's what it was under when we were doing
practicing.
It last time, yeah.
Okay, and I'll make it number 4 or whatever. I don't know about these numbers. As long as they're unique, I don't think that they make too much of a difference. But I'm going to put the Uncle Louie trust, relationship to donor, none. If it's a trust, huh?
Yeah, right.
Description of gift, again, it's cash. 30 grand. 30 big ones, as they used to say in the film industry.
30 big ones?
30 smackers?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Is it smackers?
You can tell I've been watching too many Cagney movies, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Jimmy Cagney. You dirty rat. Oh no, that was Peter. Who's the guy with the bulging eyes? Peter Lorre. You dirty rat.
You dirty scoundrel.
All right. This is a gift made by spouse, completed if you're splitting. So in split terms, I would be checking this for split gifts.
Nice.
And what does this mean, basically, that we're splitting? The $30,000 trust, the interest in the trust, is solely to the wife, let's say. And so our guy, Joe Sample, his wife is making the gift, but he's allowed, in order to get a better exemption or exclusion on it, he's getting credit for half the gift.
That's right.
And so when I check this box, it changes the value to $15,000, so that he can take in the $19,000 annual exclusion, and so can his wife on the same gift, even though it was not in his name.
So the purpose in this example is to take property wholly owned by one spouse and allow both spouses to gift it, and that allows them to use their exemption on half of the gift.
Right, and also that thing that you pointed out, Larry, before about page 2. I think on wife's return, this would be filled out because he would be the consenting spouse.
That's correct. That's correct.
Or is that wrong? Or is
Millie Sample should be in there, or whatever.
Millie is the wife?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure James.
Because it's her property. I bet I was wrong when I said that. I'm thinking that she needs to be here.
She does. That's right.
Did I make his last name Sample? I can't even remember.
James Sample? Had to be.
Okay.
You put the...
married, yes. Will a gift tax return be filed this year by your spouse? Yes. Because you're going to mail them both, like it says there, you're going to mail them both in the same envelope. When do you ever do that? Never. Okay. And this is...
But you do with the 709.
Check. I thought I checked whether married already. What happened?
If line 4 is is no. Check whether married and deceased. Give instructions 8 here.
Consent of spouse. Have you obtained the required spousal consent for gifts made to third parties? I'll just say yes. You can be in trouble if you say no on that one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so that means that we filled out page 1 and page 2, which we just left, and then we can go to the Schedule A, which we did. We went to the 3 different sections, put something in each section. So where are we at now, Larry?
Well, I suppose we've talked about splitting it, so just to clarify how that's handled, you have to imagine that since we're doing the husband's return right now, and this was an account that the wife had in her name, the husband really doesn't have a right to. We kind of went over that, right?
Okay, I get it.
And to make a long story short, it pays to be married, especially when it comes to filling out the gift tax form, because you can double your exemptions, basically.
I'll have to mention that to my wife, because
it's another reason why.
Sometimes she doesn't think that it is. How'd you say? Worth
it doesn't pay off.
It doesn't pay off.
Yeah,
Yeah, what the heck?
Maybe she'd have to do a lot of pros and cons writing down on that.
So let's go. We've been talking about the annual exclusion. Maybe we should go to page 6 where all this Schedule A stuff is reconciled. Here we have on page 6 a summary or a reconciliation of all the gifts. And so we start out with this $105,000. Where did that come from? Well, it came from 3 $30,000 gifts, which is $90,000, plus the $15,000 split gift that he made with his wife, and that totals $105,000. Now the total annual exclusions, that's coming up at $38,000 because I eventually made the first 2 gifts going to the same person.
Oh, right.
You only get 1 gift per person, I shouldn't say it like that, 1 exclusion per person, 1 exclusion per donor.
Mm-hmm.
So we're only concerned with the husband right now anyway. So what we've got there is 2, 1 to the granddaughter.
Got it. And if you go back to the page 1, then we should see that amount.
Let's do it, Larry. Yeah, there's that $67,000. That's what starts the whole thing off.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that tax on $67,000. The tax would be $14,000. So this is a honey of a tax. You want to do everything you can to use your exclusions, exemptions, deductions, everything, because that's a pretty big toll on that. It would be like living in England or something. Okay, so where should we go next, Larry? You were saying prior years. Let's take a look at that.
All right.
That is Schedule B.
Yep.
There's no categories or classes, but remember to enter your gifts in chronological order, starting with the oldest and then to the most recent. I should also mention that the prior taxable gift worksheet from the official IRS instruction booklet is available on the display menu. I'll show you right now, just to show you where. This is not something you turn in or Schedule B. You don't file this. This is just kind of for record keeping, but there it is. Did you see how I got that? I went to Schedule B, prior gifts, and that's how I went there. But actually, we're talking about now. We're on. Are we going to do it? Should we fill anything out on this?
I just wanted to mention, because we do get this question a lot for people that use our software multiple years, about importing prior year gifts.
What happens is that. And you know what? The worksheet is actually better for that answer. Let's go back to it. These are all the gifts that you might have made in the donor's whole lifetime. It starts out, as you see, pre-1977 gifts. But the tie-in to the import is that, let's say you had these all filled out. You made a gift in 1965, 1970, 1971, whatever. You may have many of them. And some people do. What the import issue was, when you import, like let's say I import this in next year. Well, the import is going to grab all of these that I have on the worksheet, but by next year, this one will be a prior year. So you always have to remember that when you're doing the import, it's going to grab when you look at your worksheet, you're going to say, hey, they're all there. Hey, wait a minute, last year's is missing. and that's why, because the import didn't
see
grab,
it as a prior year gift. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. So just something to keep in mind, but generally the answer is yes. If you use the software and you want to bring in last year's file, it will populate all the prior gifts if you put them in there already.
I think that pretty much concludes the gift tax video. We want to thank you for watching. Also, to click the like button.
Oh, absolutely. Very important to like and to subscribe. We want more people to see these videos when we release them. We want you to get notified, so we got new stuff out there.
And if you don't subscribe, hit the like button anyway, because I think it supports us in the algorithm. I don't know if we're getting money from it or anything. You got to have 2 million viewers for that.
But it'll get it in front of
But
you.
it helps, right? It helps us when people search gift tax and things like that. So we really appreciate it when you do that. Very nice. And also, Larry, comments too? If you have any comments or questions,
yeah, that's the best place to do it. Is right in the comments under the video.
There you go. Okay, is that it then?
That's it.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again for watching, and have a good one.
Bye now.